Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Medeek Wall plugin. My name is Nathaniel P. Wilkerson, and today I wanted to show you guys some more updates that I've made to the stair module. So let's go ahead and get started. I was going to show you guys also that with these grids, and you'll notice that I use them a lot in any of my videos, tutorial videos. You can also, put them up on top of floors, on top of walls, and I find them really useful. So I just wanted to reiterate to you guys, use this grid tool. You're going to find it's really helpful. So let's go ahead and throw down a quick staircase right here. Let's just start with all the advanced options turned off so we can kind of work our way through that. I'm just going to put this here. Okay, so then I'll go ahead and into the edit menu. Right click on the staircase, hit edit stair assembly. Okay. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and turn on the advanced options. And when you do that, you're going to notice now that you have two additional parameters down here toward the bottom. One is called starter step, one's called open tread. So let's go ahead and start with the open tread. Turn that on and then hit update. And you're going to notice that with open tread, you now have the option where you can extend your tread to the side of your staircase. Now you can do this on one side, you can do it on both sides, or you can do it on the right side. Right, so this is sort of typical, like when you have a tread or a staircase that's not boxed in on one side or both sides, and it's actually open, and you kind of have a banister or something alongside, or balustrade alongside that staircase. Okay, first things first, we need to talk about return links. So typically with this sort of thing, you have a return, and watch if I go 0 on that, I think, sorry, let me get that probably selected. You can see that that's a 0 return, and typically, it's like 1.25 inches return. It doesn't have to be though. So anyways, that is open tread. Now you'll notice in this menu that says none, right? And the reason for that is because if we go ahead now and we're going to turn on a landing here, and let's say, 9 is fine for that landing location. Okay, so now we've got ourselves a landing. Now, when we add a landing, a single landing, we end up with two separate runs of stairs, right? And so there will be situations where maybe you want open tread on one of these runs and not on the other, and that's what you end up with. You end up with an additional submenu here. So you have the open tread options, open tread 2 options. Okay, so we always start at the top. So with our runs of stairs. So the open tread options applies to the upper one, and then open tread 2 is the lower staircase. So let's go ahead and change them both to left. Maybe this is a wraparound staircase with a wall kind of wrapping around the outside of it. Okay, and you can see now we've got open tread on this inside, and then we've got also open tread is set to 0. That's why. I'll set that back to 1.1875. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we've got open tread on the inside as it wraps around. Okay, so that's why you have the option for none. Let's go ahead and enable a second landing just to make this a bit more interesting. And as you can see, it now opens up open tread options 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that one to left and hit update on that. And so now you can see we've got basically this wraparound staircase. I'm going to actually just move this over a little bit so we can see it a little easier. Okay. Right. And so there will be situations where maybe, up on this upper one, it's actually boxed in, it's not open on the one side. And so in that case, that is where we use the none parameter, and then it eliminates the open tread on all sides. All right, let's turn this down to both on this bottom one. So as you can see, it's nice because we can basically control each run of stairs separately, and that's the point of these submenus. Okay, so let's look at the second option that I wanted to discuss here in the advanced options, and that is it's called the starter step. Okay, so let's turn that on. And when you do that, you'll see another submenu pop up here. It's the starter step options. We'll go ahead and update. Okay, so Basically, what happens is when you turn on the starter step, even if you have multiple runs of stairs, naturally it's going to put that starter step at the very first step, regardless. So that is the intent. And we have three different options for starter steps. We have half round, we have a square, and as you can see, that looks kind of odd. And the reason is that is odd is because with the square one, you control the tread extension. Let's set that to 12. And then you control the riser extension on a separate variable. So these two are not linked anymore. You can actually control them independently. Let's say we want an 1.5-inch overlap, or overhang, I mean. We'll go ahead and set that at 10.5, right? So there we go. And just like with the open treads, we also have a return, so we can control that independently of the open treads themselves. So if we want that to return more or less, we have that option. Okay, so that is the two of the three. Let's go ahead and look at the round. So the round, with the round and the half round, the extension radius comes into play. And then with the square, the riser length comes into play. So with the half round and round, the riser extension length and the return length don't actually apply, just so you know. Okay, so let's try to set that to 6 maybe. See how that looks? Okay, so now we can see that this is, way extended out. And of course that's because the tread extension length is set quite high. So let's say set this back to 4. Okay, so that looks a little more typical what you might see. And again, you can do this on, you can control which side, whether it's the left or the right or both. You have that option, right? So it gives you a bit of control with that. And so, yeah, this is kind of typical where you have a big staircase coming down, maybe some volutes in your handrails, and they end on a newel post down at the bottom here. So that is the starter step option. So you got 3 different types, and yeah, I think it gives you enough control to kind of get whatever staircase you want with that. All right, if you guys have any questions on this, these 2 new options, give me a holler. But basically, hopefully this helps you get a little more advanced staircases. And again, thank you for your support, and we will talk to you guys later.